有佛功德殊胜行，无边上无觉会上，
天菩萨。 We're now going to the Five Contemplations dining hall for a vegetarian meal. Please, everyone, file out of the bowing benches as usual, but when you get to the door, file up in doubles. We're going to proceed 2 by 2. So please, when you get to the door, make a pair with the person next to you, and we'll go 2 by 2 to the Contemplations dining hall. 请各位注意一下，我们现在从万佛殿到不观斋堂去，请各位就平常从一个人一个人出来，到了门口这儿，请你们各位双行走。是释迦牟尼佛，爱南无本师释迦牟尼佛，爱南无释迦牟尼佛，爱南无本师释迦。
里边有贪嗔痴，因为有贪嗔痴，所以就犯了杀盗淫。你要贪嗔痴变成戒定慧，那就是没有杀盗淫了，也没有贪嗔痴了。贪，我们这个人呢，在这个世界上。贪名是染污自己的自性，贪利是染污自己的自性，贪地位是染污自己的自性，贪权力是染污我们自己的自性。嗔，因为你贪呢，要是得不到了。不满足你这个贪欲，你就会生出一种嗔恨，生出一种嗔恨，跟着就斗争就起来了。斗争一起来，这无明也就来了。无明一来了，这就是愚痴了。所以这是连带的关系。那因为这个。 所以我们今天要外育身心，内育心性啊，把我们这个自性都洗干净了，它没有贪嗔痴。你想要洗干净自性，要怎么样呢？要不争啊！你看看世界的征战，一争就有了战争了，一有了战争就有了杀伤了，一有了杀伤就有最大的损失。所以啊，我们要能不争了啊，这是第一个。再能不谈名，不谈利，不谈地位啊，不谈呢一切的一切，能以不谈啊，这也就无所求了。能无所求，我们就没有自私了。没有自私，那更没有自利了。所以万佛城这个六大宗旨，再加上一个不达妄语，每一个人都要学习这个六大宗旨。能把这个六大宗旨明白于心，行之于身，那就是帮助国家，帮助社会，帮助政府。所以我们每一个人要自己认清自己的责任，认清自己的这种的任务多么重要。所以我们借着今天这个浴佛的机会，我们改过自新，重新做一个世界最优秀、最美满的一份子不要扰乱这个社会，扰乱呢国家扰乱人群。所以那么我们能这样子，那才不会做一个佛教的教徒。我们在这个地方要不用功夫，你尽管远了跑，说我想消什么？各位希望对这一点特别注意。
Venerable Abbot says, all of you good knowing advisors, all of you left-tone people, and all guests from every quarter of the world, today we have all gathered together here to enjoy vegetarian food. And I hope that each and every one of you will dig in and do your best. Eat more. Pay no attention to whether the flavor is balanced and delicious or not. That doesn't matter, but make sure you get your fill. That counts. When you've eaten your fill, then your body will be strong and your spirits will be high. So those of you who have not yet finished eating, please take your time. Eat very slowly. There's no hurry. Don't be nervous. There's plenty of time to finish. Why have we gathered here today? We have met here today in order to borrow the light of Shakyamuni Buddha. His light shines in all directions. We have come together today to bathe the Buddha, and this day is most auspicious. This is a very lucky day. So we've come to celebrate it together. How is today especially lucky? Today is especially lucky because the Buddha came to this world. Today we honor that occasion. We commemorate it today. The Buddha came to this world to end disasters on the large scale and on the small scale to get rid of our afflictions. So we want to thank the Buddha and remember his kindness in coming here and doing this for us. How do we do it? We hold the bathing of the Buddha ceremony. Now, don't forget yourselves when you bathe the Buddha. Don't think that it's enough to simply wash the Buddha outside and forget yourself. When we bathe the Buddha outside, in fact, inside, we are also getting clean. We're washing our own bodies and our own minds at the same time we bathe the Buddha. Most important as we wash our body is to wash away the three evils of killing and stealing and lust, sexual misconduct. If we can do these three, if we can really get rid of these three poisons, these three defilements in our person, then we are truly helping the world and protecting our nation. We're keeping the laws of the country in the most fundamental place. And we are protecting the policies of the country, where it really counts. What counts, though, most of all, is to do it, to personally make it your job to cut off these three evils in the body, those of killing and stealing and lust. However, it's not enough to stop there. That's still superficial, because we want to look deeper and know that these three evils of the body, killing, stealing, and sexual misconduct, come from thoughts in the mind. These thoughts in the mind in particular are greed and hatred and stupidity. Because our minds are full of these three poisons, so our bodies run out and create killing, stealing, and sexual misconduct. Now, these three poisons inside our mind, greed, hatred, and stupidity, there's an antidote that the Buddha gave us. We want to learn the three non-outflow studies of precepts, morality, concentration, and wisdom. Once we have learned these three precepts, concentration, and wisdom, then greed, hatred, and stupidity no longer stand. They don't survive. They're transformed. What do I mean when I say greed? Greed is when we are greedy for a reputation. We like to be known as something. We are greedy for benefits. It's the same way. As soon as we're greedy for reputation, then our own nature is defiled. It becomes dirty. As soon as we're greedy for benefits, then our own nature is defiled. It becomes dirty. As soon as we are greedy for position, for status, then our own intrinsic nature is defiled. And as soon as we're greedy for power, then our own intrinsic nature is stained. What is anger? Anger is greed that's not satisfied. If we let that greed rise inside and just let it go, and yet it's not satisfied, what happens? Then we get angry, for sure, because the subject of our greed didn't come to us. So anger arises, and as soon as there's anger, there will soon be struggle. And once struggle arises, then there's ignorance. For sure it'll follow. We'll do something stupid. And there's stupidity. There's greed, anger, and stupidity. 1, 2, 3. They're related. They have this link between them. So we have to take this opportunity to wash clean our minds of greed, hatred, and stupidity, these three wrong thoughts. That way, when we wash outside, then there's no killing, no stealing, and no lust. And inside, there's no greed, hatred, and stupidity. This way, we are holding the rules very naturally. And without any further effort, this is all we have to do to become a truly good citizen, to become an ideal individual, an excellent person. That's the way to do it. If we can hold the precepts at all times, then we get samadhi. And once samadhi comes to us, then we have a kind of wisdom in everything we do. And when we have wisdom, then we're never again turned or defiled by the greed, the hatred, and the stupidity. This is really important, everybody, so please pay attention. Outside today, we had the chance to wash clean the body. Inside, we want to pay attention to washing clean the mind, washing clean our natures. How do we wash our nature clean? What does that mean, to wash clean the intrinsic nature, our own nature? There are 6 things that we have to do, and then the job is done. The first is to not fight. If we don't fight, and everybody doesn't fight, then wars will disappear just in that turning. Wars come from fighting. And as soon as there's wars, for sure there'll be killing and slaughter. And this is the greatest harm that people can do, is to kill each other. But where does the fighting come? Fighting comes from greed. Greed for fame, greed for benefits, greed for position and reputation. All of these things, we don't need them. We need to get rid of them. That's no greed. So the second thing we have to do to wash our nature clean is to have no greed. Third, if we don't have any greed, then we won't have any seeking. We won't want to run outside for anything. And if we don't have any seeking, then we certainly won't be selfish. And once we're not selfish any longer, then we won't do things to get our own benefit. We won't run out for personal profits anymore. It won't be important. And then, very naturally, we won't need to tell lies. So those are the 6 ways we clean our intrinsic nature. No fighting, no greed, no seeking, no selfishness, no self-benefit, and honesty. No telling lies. If all of us can learn these 6 rules, understand them in our minds, and then practice them in our persons, just this is protecting the nation in the very most fundamental way, right at the roots. We are protecting society, and we're protecting the world. I want everybody today to recognize your own responsibility in doing this work. This is our job. It's that important. This is what we should do. Today, let's all take this opportunity to change, to renew ourselves from within, to be brand new people, to be excellent people, to become models for the whole world. This way, nothing we do will disturb society. Nothing we do will disturb the nation. Everything we do will bring benefit to the world. And what's more, this is the very best way to be a very excellent Buddhist disciple. It's not the case that we have to run outside and learn some other external dharma, some mysterious or some miraculous method, in order to be a true Buddhist disciple. If we can do this job of washing clean the nature and the mind, then we've done it right. Anything else, trying to get an extra dharma on top of doing this work, that's called forgetting the branches, forgetting the roots, and going back to the branches. So everybody, please pay attention to this. It's very important.
我现在请从洛杉矶来的一位小朋友，果山国里，这个小童子，上来讲几句话。在洛杉矶来的。
The Venerable Abbot says he would like to now invite a special friend up here to say a few words and to meet everybody. This is the young child of Goshan Boli from Los Angeles. He's come all this way, and if he has some things to say, this is a chance.
Okay, please, quickly.
Closer.
What was that? Oh yeah. And I don't want to do it because I know it wouldn't be better for my parents or anybody. It would just be better. And killing is one of the worst things that can happen to anybody. Killing somebody is worse than even a high explosive being made. Only it hurts to have high explosives drop down on your town. And it's just horrible. We shouldn't have nuclear weapons. We should just get rid of them. And if we got rid of all our weapons, probably we wouldn't have any wars. And if there weren't any wars, there would be probably peace in the world. So it's better to do things that are good for you and your family and others. So you always should do what is right.
这位小朋友刚才说，我不听那个声音，我不听他。为什么？我就自己反想一下，我就想，如果我自杀了，会不会对我父母有好处？对自己的事情有好处，要多做功德，这是最好的办法。总而言之，人人都应该做他们所应该做的事情。
Today we'd like to welcome Vivian Makakis, who is the district attorney for the county of Mendocino, our county here. She can say a few words to us. 我们今天要欢迎Vivian Makakis，她是我们本地Mendocino县的政府机关，她要给我们讲一句话。
Thank you. This is the first time that I've been able to come and visit the city of 10,000 Buddhists. Okay? And I've really enjoyed my visit here and the hospitality that's been shown to me. Every day at work, I have to deal with figuring out what to do with people that have committed certain crimes. And that includes people who kill other people, people who steal, people who commit crimes against children. And we end up focusing on incarceration and jail, knowing that that's not the answer. We don't pretend it's the answer. It's not going to change behavior. We do it because we get there at a point when that decision as to what to do with the lawbreakers has to be made. When I look around here, I see that if those people were instilled with the virtues that are taught at the city of 10,000 Buddhists, that if they had grown up believing the things that are being taught here, that maybe those crimes wouldn't be committed, and I know that we would have a better community and a better world. And so I hope that you can spread this message everywhere so that we can have a better society. Thank you very much.
这位朋友说，这是他第一次到了万佛上城来，他很欢喜到万佛上来，他想稍微自我介绍。他说：“我天天在上班的时候，我是处理犯法的人。很多的犯法的人，他们是杀生，他们也是偷盗的，他们也是损害小孩子的，也有了。那么他们到我的法庭的时候，我们要决定怎么样叫他们做监狱了，或者怎么样处理他们，怎么样惩罚他们。那么我们明白，叫人做监狱，转到监狱里边，这不是好办法，因为这不能解决这个犯法在根本上。不过我们也没有别的办法到现在了，所以就按照这个方法来做。那么我们在那儿决定怎么样惩罚犯法的人。他说：“我今天在万佛上城过去看看，我听见你们所说的道理和你们的六大宗旨。我听见了以后有一个感想，我觉得如果人人在年轻的时候可以学习，可以培养这个六大宗旨和这个三无漏小，他们长大的时候把这个道理变成自己的，我相信这个世界没有谁犯法的，这个社会也会一概好得多了。这个社会一多了，怎么样好？全世界我相信都往好的做。 所以我看这个六大宗旨，你们在这学的这个方法是很重要的。谢谢各位。
And you can practice the Buddhism in your own home, just as you've been told now, getting rid of your greed, your hatred, and your stupidity. And if you can do that, you take a little bit of the city of 10,000 Buddhas with you. And you can help to do that very important work of changing the whole world so that the world is more and more like the city of 10,000 Buddhas, a very pure and peaceful place.
Susan Brown 说，能够在家里边一样不谈、不嗔、不吃，那你就是一个真正的佛教徒。这就是好像你时时都在万佛城里边一样。所以，如果各位就想把万佛城的一个部分就给拿回去了，就是这么样做，在家里边。不贪、不争、不求、不自私、不自利、不打妄语，这就是做万佛城的工作。能这样做，你能把全世界从根基上改良、改善，令全世界一天比一天多像万佛城，这么样一个和平、一个清净的地方。
Learning not to be greedy, not to seek, not to tell lies, all the principles that have been discussed, has to begin in the time of youth. We older people, to change our ways, have to struggle really hard. But for a child to learn to be good is not hard if you help him do it. At the City of 10,000 Buddhas, we spend a lot of our effort training children to go towards the path of virtue and to learn to be good people, and to be loyal to their country, and to set a future course that will benefit all of humanity. That is the main principle of our schools. We have schools for little children here, we have secondary school, and we have our university. Now, the purpose of these schools is to train young children to be good people. And having done that, they will grow up to be of great benefit to the world, far beyond their individual strengths. Because a person who shines forth with virtue has a natural influence on others, wherever he is, whether he's teaching in school or working in an office or driving a truck or whatever his work is. If he's a virtuous man or woman, then the effects are very great. So that's the kind of young person we work hard to produce in our schools. Because we feel that this is so important, we do not charge tuition for our schools. Since the year 1980, when the Venerable Abbot announced on the 4th of July as a present for the American nation, we would henceforth have tuition-free schools. We kept to that principle. We don't charge tuition because we feel that our schools should be a model for all schools, and that too many schools nowadays are money-making institutions, and too many children are going to school in order to make money as soon as they get out. And the attention of a school should be on training their graduates to how to benefit the world, not how to benefit themselves. If a school is out to benefit itself and all the teachers are out to scramble to make money, then of course the children will follow along. For that reason, we have set that policy of tuition-free education, and we try our best to be models for our children and to teach them to be more virtuous than we are, to follow the road of good. 我们今天听说了万佛城的六大宗旨，就是就到大人的时候，改善是一点不容易的。可是小孩子的时候，就是最好的时候，改善学做一个好人。 因为这个，所以在万佛场我们的工作的最要紧的地方就是教育小孩子，教育学生。所以在万佛场我们有我们的玉良小学，我们的配山小学，还有法界佛教大学。配山中学，配山中学。我错了，是配山中学，法界大学。在这些个校里，我们最要紧的工作就是教小孩子做好人，教他们孝顺父母，教他们做好的国民，教他们教他们人，教他们利益世界，不是教他们利益自己，这是自然。可是小孩子要是不教他们利益旁人，恐怕他们忘了那个道理。所以从小的时候以来，应该教他们怎么教他们在世界他们的最要紧的工作就是利益世界。利益国家，所以在万佛场，我们的小校就是免费，没有学费。为什么这样子？因为我们的学校应该做榜样，给美国，给全世界做榜样。怎么可以做榜样？就是在学校不谈钱、不谈名，因为现在在全世界太多的中学还有大学，他们都是谈钱，教授谈钱，要是教授谈钱、谈名、谈利，当然学生。很自然的，他们是学利益自己，他们要跟着他们的老师谈钱、谈名、谈利。所以在万佛场，我们要做的事情就是给我们的学生做榜样，所以我们的学校是免费的。因为毕业之后，一个学生的最要紧的本分就是利益世界，不是毕业就马上去发财，这是没有大的意思。要是在学校，学生可以学怎么可以利益世界，这是最好的。
你们这个乡下从什么时候是免费的？
我们的我没有中文，我没有说。我们1980年7月4号。这个国家的国节，上面是发表，现在万佛场里面的学校就是免费的，就是好像把我们的学校转给美国，转给世界。
英文你讲了吗？你这个不是收你的光们以这个不收学费，这个作为 庆祝美国国庆的一个礼物，以这个做礼物，作为庆祝美国的国庆的礼物。
The Venerable Abbot corrected Wojo in one point. He said the tuition-free policy of all the schools at the City of 10,000 Buddhas is a gift to the United States. It's an anniversary gift on the 4th of July, the Day of Independence. That was the original intention for establishing all our schools ever after as tuition-free. So it was a gift to America from us.
Now, what is the meaning of the bowing? Actually, when we bow, we are bowing to the Buddha. But when we bow to the Buddha, we are also at the same time bowing to all living creatures. Because the Buddha is all living beings. The Buddha's body is just all living beings. And so when we bow to all living beings, why do we do this? It's first of all to say, I'm sorry. The meaning of bowing is to say, I'm sorry. All of the bad things I've done to living creatures in the past, I'm really sorry for this, and I won't do it again.
刚才很巧说，我们为什么要拜佛呢？拜佛，我们同时外边拜佛，也是一样拜所有的众生，一切有生命的东西，我们也给他们叩个头。为什么呢？因为佛本来就是一切众生，佛的身体是用所有的有生命的东西成就的。所以呢，我们在这拜佛，同时也是拜所有的众生。那么现在人就问问自己，为什么我对所有的众生叩个头呢？这有什么用？恒常说这个原因可以说两个。第一，我们在那拜佛的时候，我心里边就说 I'm sorry， 就说对不起，就说道歉 I'm sorry。我就道什么歉呢？我过去对于众生所有损害他们的事情，我就忏悔，我不想再做，我以后一定不会再损害众生，所以我就说道歉。
在这个加拿大来的 bus， 洛杉矶来的 bus， 三藩市来的 bus， 另外一个团体里面，如果有人有兴趣，请你出来讲这个2分钟，随便愿意讲什么讲什么。你要能骂我，我是更欢迎的。
To join our celebration today, there is a bus of disciples that came all the way from Vancouver. There's a busload of people that came from Los Angeles in the south, and there's also a gang that came from San Francisco. And among these three groups, if there's anyone who would like to come forward now and give us 2 minutes of your time on your point of view, anything you'd like to talk about, please do. This is an opportunity. If you want to scold me, that's okay too. It's up to you. Can we get a Cantonese translation?
你谁要赞叹我，那就不是我的弟子，我就讨厌你。
If you come to praise me, however, that I don't accept. In fact, I won't even call you my disciple if you come up and give me a high hat to wear.
因为我没有地方戴高帽子。
Because I have no place to put a tall hat.
来点，对个礼。
Honorable District Attorney and our fellow Buddhists and friends,
I came up from Los Angeles, and I must say I enjoyed my stay here very much, and very much impressed with the whole setup here. And I feel that Master Sonhua's mission here, especially in the United States, ushers well for this country.
Today, Brody Cole would like to recite the Heart Sutra. The Heart of Prajnaparamita Sutra, when Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara was practicing the profound Prajnaparamita, he illuminated forest skandhas, they are all empty, and he crossed beyond all suffering and difficulty. Shariputra, form does not differ from emptiness, emptiness does not differ from form, form itself is emptiness, emptiness itself is form, so too our feeling, cognition, formation, and consciousness. It is genuine and not false, that is why the mantra of Prajnaparamita is spoken. Recite it like this: Gate, Gate, Paragate, Parasamgate, Bodhi Swaha. End of the Heart of Prajnaparamita Sutra.